Hello everyone, my name is Brian and welcome back to another Smite commentary. First off, my apologies for not uploading a video yesterday. I kind of just forgot. I was preparing a lot of videos because I'm going on a holiday next week, so I'll be gone for a week. But I did want to make sure that you guys still have the content every single day. So I am preparing a lot more videos and I kind of forgot to upload one today. So yeah. Sorry about that. So, for today we'll be playing Habois in Clash. And I've seen a couple of Habois lately. And they are extremely powerful in Clash. They'll just start off with a Warlock Sash. I will go for Warlock Sash as well. I feel like it's a very good one to pick up as Habois. Because if you have the health, more additional health and more additional mana, you will be a lot better at surviving. And Habois does need to get close to deal his damage, mainly his 1 and his ultimate. So you do want to get it online for the additional health. It will definitely help you out a bunch. So, I will be going for that Warlock Sash. I will rush it as soon as possible. So I do need to play a little bit careful, not overextending at any moment. And keep my distance to the enemy. Looks like it is a trade-off first blood for the enemy for 1 kill on our side as well. So it's 1-1, giving up first blood. It is unfortunate. It's not the worst case ever. I mean, come on, it's 1 kill. It's not like it determines the game. It usually doesn't. There are some instances where someone can get rolling and you will have a rough time. But it's never over on 1 kill, ever. Unless, of course, it's late game and he's the only one defending. Never mind. So, I will be going for what I usually do, just max out my 1. There is, of course, sometimes you can go for leveling up your 3 first, and then you'll just go for a lot more poke. Sometimes I'll do that in Assault, because in Assault you won't have the best opportunities to get close to your enemies and, well, getting out more safely. And that's definitely the biggest problem in my opinion. If you have a large teamfight based game mode like Arena, like Assault, Habois has a little bit more difficult time to get out his damage because he does need to get close, and when you're close against a lot of the enemies you'll just have a more rough time dealing with that. So, bit unfortunate start. My team was picked up. I couldn't really help them too much. First off, of course, I don't have my boots, so I don't want to engage as much. Also, the Skadi is still here, so even if I rotate, the Skadi will rotate as well, kind of making it the same, to be honest. So I'd rather just farm up, make sure that I get my Warlock Sash online as quickly as possible, as well as if I get my boots online, I'll be a lot more mobile. I'll have some penetration because I will go for the Shoes of the Magi. I definitely recommend it. What I sometimes see is a Habois that goes for cooldown reduction very early. For instance, in Assault, I'll see first item Chronos Pendant or something like that. Don't do it. It's definitely not worth it. Habois is way stronger building full power early on. If you really need the cooldown, you can get it, but get it as a 5th or 6th item. Otherwise, I feel like you're just wasting his damage potential. He will get so much power from his passive, as well as just a very good scaling he has. Let's see, can we assist in something here? Looks like Skadi is here as well. I'll just try and poke her out. Make sure that she can't join the fight. A bit of an odd ultimate. If she went for an ultimate, she probably should have just fought me. But I guess it's fine. Let's just try and deal some damage. They're grouped up a little bit. Ooh, didn't hit the Fafnir as I wanted to. Not too much damage. The Fafnir, of course, has a lot of protections. Just base protections. That's unfortunate. A lot of damage on the Ares. And Nemesis is already trying to dive. The ultimate, she used it on the Guan Yu, and afterwards she just left. That was a bit of an odd play because the ultimate can never kill someone. It can only decrease his health by a certain percentage of the health he has currently. So if he's very low on HP, you can never finish someone off with the Nemesis ultimate. But I do think she has the Bluestone Pendant, so maybe she was gambling on that would get the kill. But that's such a low damage. It's like, I don't know, 20 additional damage. I don't know, it's not worth it, to be honest. Not worth to try and get the kill with your ultimate like that, to be honest. Looks like Ares did force a pull. Nice block. Was able to get a couple of them. My basic is enough to finish off the Nemesis. So that's the first kill in my, well, for me, in my game. Helping my team to get it. The Fafnir is out of mana. I am quite low on HP though, so I don't really want to engage too much into the Skadi, who's full HP. As you can see, all my teammates are very low on HP as well, so I guess I'll just head back. With that kill and that assist, I will have enough gold to finish off my pen boots, which will increase my damage by a lot. Because the base damage on Habois is very good to begin with. He has a very good scaling on it. Late game, I think you probably have been 2 or 1 shotted by Habois. It's just insane how much damage he can do. So, getting a lot of power in your build is definitely a recommendation. For, well, playing Habois, of course. That's also the reason why I won't go for a lot of cooldown. I feel like it's just not as effective. As you can see, I already do about 370, 380 with my 1 alone. And on tier about 200. It's not the worst. Bit of an awkward engage by the Kwang. I could go for an ultimate, I don't really feel like it. Looks like the Loki is going to engage. Make sure that the minions are clear so he can disengage. Skadi ultimate down as well, that is a very important one. And it looked like the, well, the Kwang kind of misplayed a bit with the invisibility leap. He wasn't able, ooh, nice jump. Wasn't able to get out. Let's see, can I knock him up? Can I deal the damage? Able to get close? Oh, I actually missed it. Okay, bye Nemesis. Thanks for joining us. She ulted me. I don't want to deal with that. She can do a lot of damage, of course, because it reduces my protections as well, even though I don't have an awful lot of them. But she being such a low HP, if she had a shield, she probably would have survived my ultimate. But she didn't, or she wasn't fast enough to cast it. I just used my ultimate. I didn't want to fight with her. She is quite ahead on the opponent's side. She's level 9 compared to 2 level 7s on their team. I'm actually quite high. I've been allowed to farm a lot on my own on the right side. And that brought me a lot of experience. As you can see, level 11 compared to the highest on my team, level 8. Also got a couple of back harpies. But it's definitely not a bad thing to give your Habois some farm. But it's not like I prevented it. I mean, they could have rotated to the right side, grabbed some farm as well. I don't know. But I do have a good clear, especially if I have the wave pressure. That kind of means that if they are forced back a little bit, I can stack up the wave. So by basic attacking and moving backwards, I will make sure that the minions are close together. And then I can move up, use my 1, clear the entire wave except for the large minion. A very, very good clear. As you can see, I'm stacking them up. Moving forward, and my 1 has enough range to kill them all at that moment. If you don't stack them up, you won't be able to kill them all with 1 ability. So it is a good one to, dang it, to go for. Let's see, the Fafnir is going to hard commit on the Guan Yu. Is able to get him, guaranteed. My ult does a lot of damage. Is enough to finish off, well, I'm able to finish him off with my 1. I do need to be a little bit careful. He can still push me the tier. Well, of course, when the chain came out from the Ares, not so much. But we probably should not be focusing the tier too much. He has a lot of protections. I'm not sure if he has physical protections, but he definitely has a good amount of magical protections. I'm not able to hit an awful lot on him, and that's not something you want to fight in. If you, at situation we were at, it's probably better to focus the Skadi for a couple of reasons. The tier has a way better way to escape. He has 2 dashes in both of his stances. His assault stance and his defense stance. And he has his ultimate to disengage as well. So he has a lot of ways to get out. While Skadi only has the increased movement speed on her 3. Which is definitely not an escape, in my opinion. That's like saying Ra's passive is an escape. That's not really an escape. So, next time we should probably go for the Skadi. It's also a lot easier target, of course, because she is, well, not as a mobile, quite squishy as well. Making sure that I get a lot of lost hits. I'm almost completed with the stacks on the Warlock Sash. That is very important. Like I said, the health is very good on him. It's 600 additional health once you have stacked it fully. But it takes some time, because I took it as a first item and I'm still only at 90. Well, 90 is not bad. It's actually pretty good. But it takes some time to get them online, and if you get them very late, you won't be able to do a good amount. Ooh, nice ultimate by the Fafnir. Time my one perfectly. Am able to get him before he's able to leap out. That's something you want to look for. He has only got the immunity frames while he is casting his ultimate. Once he has turned into a dragon, he's not immune anymore. Looks like the Ao Kuang is going to engage too early with the ultimate, and a basic will be enough to finish him off. That's unfortunate for Ao Kuang. I don't mind. The Neith gets out safely. It was very close though. Her health was almost at the execute range. Maybe if he threw his dragons it would have been enough. I'm not sure if he did or did not, but that's fine. And as you can see, not entirely stacked up was the wave, but still able to clear them quite easily. And let's help our Ares with clear. Ares clear, well, Ares buff can clear is probably not the one that's the best. But, to be honest, I have seen, when I was playing Conquest a lot more, I have seen someone play Ares quite effective, but that was back when the Hand of the God, or Wrath, now called, I think, it cleared 3 minions instead of just 1, so it was a lot more potent back then. Let's just make sure that I have this buff. Actually, I just now realize I have the blue buff. My bad. But a red buff on a... Okay, you did not see me miss all of those. But red buff on Habois is insane. Ooh, nice chain on the Ao Kuang, and with that chain he can't get away. And as you can see, knock up on the Fafnir after the ultimate. Again, waiting for the immunity frames to wear off. Immediately knocking him up, followed up by the Loki ultimate. And as you can see, I have a lot of damage, more than 700 damage on my ultimate already. And that's just with 3 items finished. Book of Thoth, a huge power spike for him, even if it's not stacked up. But I already have 50 stacks on it, so that's definitely coming along nicely. I am quite low though, so I do need to be a little bit careful. Tier ultimate is used, so he doesn't have an awful lot of ways to get up to me. And as you can see, he disengages, especially with the Neith there as well. He doesn't really want to fight anymore. At this point, I actually wanted to back. Neith might be in trouble, so at this point I kind of want to try and help her. If I could actually aim. Looks like I have enough. With my 1, basic will be enough. So, a bit greedy of the tier to stay and fight. A bit greedy of me as well. With the Fafnir showing off. I was kind of thinking, should I go for the wave? You know this one last wave syndrome where you're like, just one more wave, then I'll back. Well, if you're low on HP and someone on the enemy side is there, don't go for it. I know I'm ahead by a lot. I'm level 17 compared to the level 11 Fafnir. But if he has his ultimate up, he can definitely still kill me. And I don't have my Sanctuary up. And I wanted to finish off my Relativity, which is probably the most important part. I have a lot of damage, but I do have some magical protection. As you can see there, I got silenced. When I was close to the Nemesis, she actually picked up the new Ansil. So, what Ansil does, I just figured it out today because I used it for the first time after they patched it. But it provides you a cooldown reduction, 10%. It provides you magical protection for, I think, 60. It provides you a little bit of physical power. And it provides you a passive. This passive is pretty interesting. If you get hit by a magical ability, the enemies... in a radius around you, it's not too big, will get silenced for 1 second. So you might think that's not a good item, a good passive. Well, in most cases I would agree, but since Nemesis needs to get close to me to deal her damage, and since I need to get close to Nemesis to deal my damage, I feel like it's a very good... Ooh, wow, that damage on the Neith is a lot. Let's see if we can actually get out. Use my ultimate to at least deny nice Sanctuary by the enemy tier. I don't want to engage too quickly because of course the... Oh, I missed that one. Ah, come on, aim! I can't aim for shit. No, no, no! Stupid ice skate. Oh man. That jungle camp minion screwed me over so much. So, if you don't know, if you're on the ice skate part of Skadi's 3, then you will bounce if you get hit by a wall, by a guard, by a minion, by a jungle camp as you saw there. And you will return, you will bounce back on the ice and you will continue in a straight path. So that's what happened. The jungle buff minion, I bounced against it and I was, well, I bounced backwards and oh man. I tried to flee. I probably should have just left, leave the tier, or hit my abilities properly, finish him off immediately and get out, because that was not something I wanted. As you can see, a radius of 20 is not a lot, so the silence radius isn't too much. That's a downside of that item in my opinion. But I think it has some uses, but the cooldown on it is quite long. I think it's the same as Bulwark of Hope, which is 60 seconds, which I feel like is a bit too long for what it provides, because it being effective is pretty rare in my opinion, because someone needs to be close to it while you have it up, and not any of the other abilities should have been used. A lot of damage on the tier, enough to finish it off. I do use my Sanctuary to at least cover some distance. Dog, leave me alone. Looks like the Nemesis is probably going to chase me. Oh, actually she's not. Okay, never mind. Let's just head back. Come on, get out. Guan Yu, get out. Oh crap, Nemesis is going for me. No! Nemesis! No! Dang it, why did I stay and try to save the Guan Yu? He probably would have been fine, because, oh man. He's of course a little bit more tanky. I thought that because he was slowed and they were with the two of them, they could kill him, so I stayed and used my carpet to give him the additional movement speed. The Nemesis recognized it, immediately dashed forward and went for the kill, and she definitely got it. Enough damage on her. I don't have any protections. That's something I can go for actually, because if you look at the opponents, the Ao Kuang is behind by a lot. He's only level 9. And if you look at the other magical they have, it's Fafnir. And even though Fafnir has a good amount of damage, that's definitely not to be underestimated. I feel like the physicals are a lot more of a threat. Getting pushed by Tyr, getting ulted by the Nemesis, getting engaged on by the Skadi, especially with the ultimate rooting me in place. Getting a breastplate online is very good. Mantle of Discord would not be the worst thing either, but in this case I feel like it's for me a lot better to get the breastplate, because it's a way cheaper item. I will get it online a lot sooner, and I feel like I need it as quickly as possible, and 20% cooldown reduction. Well, the other gives 15, so it's a little bit more. At this point the cooldown reduction is fine, because if you look at the damage I can do, look, it's 380 on the Nemesis, but the Nemesis has 2 defense items. She has the Bulwark of Hope, she has the End Seal, so that's a good amount of protections. I do have still a lot of power. If I went for another power item, it would have been Soul Reaver. Soul Reaver is definitely a good one to pick up as well. Let's see, let's get this red buff. As you can see, 863 magical power. Even on the tier, I hit a lot. As you can see, 400 per hit. That's definitely not something to underestimate, especially because I can use it so quickly. Maybe I should have used my ultimate. I don't like to use my ultimate too quickly though. And maybe I can get him here. Ooh, the knockup hits both and is able to pick up the tier. Nice. Didn't expect him to stay, to be honest. Let's go for the Nemesis if we can. Actually, she healed a lot with that ultimate. The stun comes out after the damage with the Neath ultimate. So the Nemesis will first get healed up by the shield and then get stunned. So if it was the other way around, it would have been better in... ooh, nice flick shot. Able to spot out Ao Kuang immediately. Nowhere to go for him. He uses only escape as an engage. Not something you should do against 3. Especially not if you're so behind. It looks like they are recognizing it as well. Fat Habois is the worst Habois to deal with. 12 in 2 with 7 assists. I haven't been part of an awful lot of kills of the team. I mean, we have 30 kills in total. I've been part of 19. So it's not too good, to be honest. But the fact that, well, I farmed up a little bit in the early game to make sure that I got online. And as you can see, after the 3 items, it's just insane how much damage you can do. As you can see, a good amount of damage. Actually, the Neath is pretty close as well with 19k. But 25k on the Bois is definitely extremely powerful. And it will only get worse. If I get that 3k power potion, for instance, or we're able to pick up the Fire Giant, it's just no fun for them to deal with. And it's a very difficult game for them to deal with a Habois that's fat. If you don't want to deal with something that's fat, it's probably Habois, because Habois has the ability to get rid of everyone. Hitting almost 800 on everyone without any protections late game is insane. With every single of your abilities, your ultimate, of course, doing about double. It's just not how much damage he can do. But of course there are some trade-offs with him. You're quite squishy. You don't have any good escapes other than some additional movement speed on your 2. And your ultimate in some cases. But if he is engaged on by multiple at the same time, he has some trouble dealing with it if he's not in the right position. So there are some ways to deal with the Arbois. Stun him, see him into the ground, jump onto him, make sure that he doesn't get a free hand in a fight, because he will just ult multiple people, he will hit his 1 on multiple people, he will just destroy you and make your life miserable. I picked up the Purification Beads to deal with a couple of things. Skadi Root, Fafnir Stuns, Ao Kuang Ultimate Execute, Tier Push. I actually haven't used it for the Tier Push, which is probably not the best thing, but okay. And I could also use it for the Nemesis Slow if I not have my my carpet off cooldown. So, and Sanctuary of course to deal with a lot of burst damage if they want to engage on me. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. So I will be recording a lot more today as well as tomorrow to make sure that I have enough videos laying around to fill an entire week, which is not an easy thing, but it should be fine. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you have any requests, please let me know now, because I have tomorrow, well, that will actually be today. I don't know. Just let me know, because of course, I will still have an entire week to make some videos. So if you really want to see a specific guard played, let me know. I can make it. And you should be fine. So, hope you guys enjoyed. And as always, good luck, have fun, and see you guys in the next one.